Could the future of the Toronto Maple Leafs be hidden in American universities? With the possible departure of John Tavares on the horizon, the team's management is already moving to ensure depth down the middle, and Brad Treliving's eyes are focused on the NCAA. In today's Leafs News Fan Report, you'll get to know 4 names that could appear in Toronto and, who knows, represent the next big step for the franchise. A native of Hamilton, Ontario, TJ Hughes is in his 3rd year at the University of Michigan and has shown consistency in both playmaking and finishing. He recorded 38 points this season and a total of 122 in his collegiate career. Physically strong, at 6 feet 0 inches and 185 pounds, he seems to have the full package to compete at the pro level. Could Treliving take a chance on the kid who grew up just a few kilometers from the Canadian border? At 5 feet 11 inches, Jack Williams might not have ideal size, but his game speaks volumes. Playing for Northeastern, he racked up 41 points this season and over 90 in his NCAA career. If he can strengthen his physique, he could fit perfectly as a versatile center in Toronto. Is he worth the gamble? With only 1 year at Dartmouth University, Hames is already catching attention, 18 points in 22 games, and an imposing physical frame, 6 feet 1 inch and 203 pounds. Treliving loves this player profile, strong, straightforward, and with room to develop. A former Ridley College player, he could be the type of addition that arrives quietly but makes a difference on the ice. Rounding out the list, Dorwart comes from Michigan State with solid numbers, 27 points, and a playing style that resembles the veteran who may be on his way out. His days in Sioux Falls already showed his dedication, and now with 3 NCAA seasons, he emerges as a mature and intense option. The Toronto Maple Leafs might be preparing something big this summer, and these 4 college prospects could be key pieces in the plan. The search for center depth is just beginning, and maybe the team's next big name is still playing among students. But why look to the NCAA now? The answer lies in strategy. With a roster that already has established stars, Toronto needs to find talent that can develop around that core, players with affordable contracts, high potential, and hunger for space in the NHL. The NCAA has become a gold mine in that regard. And with Brad Treliving at the helm, we know he's not afraid to look outside the traditional radar. And if Tavares really leaves? That's the question nobody wants to ask out loud, but it's on every blue and white fan's mind. John Tavares, the former captain and a reference on and off the ice, could be in his final days as a Leaf. And even if he stays, age takes its toll, the body demands more, and the team needs to be prepared. Strengthening the center now is a smart precautionary move, and these young names could be developed exactly for that. With the college season coming to an end and the market starting to heat up, it wouldn't be a surprise if the Toronto Maple Leafs are already in contact with these athletes' agents. The franchise knows it needs to act fast. Other teams are watching these talents too, and whoever gets there first wins. And you, Leafs fan, which of these names excites you the most? Should the Leafs bet on a more NHL-ready talent like TJ Hughes? Or invest in someone with more time to develop, like Lucas Hames? Could one of these centers someday wear the number 91 jersey with the same presence as Tavares? Summer promises to be hot in Toronto, and not just because of the temperatures. Behind-the-scenes action is heating up, and the team's future may be taking shape now, far from the NHL spotlight and right in the heart of American colleges. Many ask, is this a sign of a rebuild? The answer might lie somewhere in the middle. The Toronto Maple Leafs aren't tearing anything down, they're adapting. They're looking ahead. They're thinking about the future before the future becomes a problem. That's how championship franchises operate. And yes, bringing in promising young players from the NCAA might seem small now. But what if one of these names becomes the team's next big pillar? The real secret lies in how these players will be developed. It's not just about signing them. They need the right environment, the right coaches, the right minutes. Toronto has that structure. The competitive atmosphere, the weight of the jersey, the support of a passionate fan base, all of that can turn a good college player into an NHL hero. Being a Leaf isn't for everyone. The pressure is massive. But for these young guys, it's also a golden opportunity. They grew up watching the Maple Leafs. Many of them, like TJ Hughes, are from Ontario. Playing for the Leafs isn't just signing a contract, it's fulfilling a childhood dream. So, Leafs fan, which of these young talents do you think has the most potential to proudly wear the blue and white? Could Treliving surprise everyone with a bold move this offseason? One thing's for sure, the next generation may be arriving, and it starts now. If you enjoyed this content, Leave a like, comment below which of these names excites you most, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, the Leafs News Fan Report. We're keeping an eye on every move our team makes, and you won't want to miss a thing. As a Maple Leafs fan, I'll be honest with you. I really like this move by Brad Treliving. Seeing the team looking toward the NCAA and targeting promising young players shows that management isn't waiting for things to fall apart before acting. To me, that's vision. That's anticipation. Tavares possibly leaving is going to hurt, of course. He's a symbol, a leader, and seeing a guy like that wear another jersey would feel really strange. But I also understand that the NHL is like this, ruthless. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the teams that stay on top are those that renew from within, with youth, energy, and new stories being written. Among the names, man, TJ Hughes really catches my eye. He's from Ontario, grew up nearby, lived the Leafs culture since he was a kid. That matters. He's the kind of player who steps on the ice understanding what this jersey means. And let's be honest, he's got solid numbers, an NHL-ready frame, and seems to have the right mindset. But I'm also curious about Hames. He's got the size and that gritty style that fits the Leafs' identity. Tough, straightforward, and impactful. At the end of the day, what I want to see is a team thinking long-term without stopping competing now. And if these kids really get signed, I hope they get the right structure to develop and, who knows, become part of our next generation of idols.